2016 All-Retirement Team, 22-man roster of NFL players who retired. This old-timers game is going to be epic. The amount of star talent retiring from the NFL this offseason has grown into a stellar 22-man roster that might still make the playoffs as the league's 33rd team in 2016. Hey, it's not too late. We put together the list. It's a Herculean squad, loaded with playmakers. And there are a few battles at big positions. From Megatron to Manning, every position is filled by a capable player who decided to walk away. For some, the ability to compete at the highest level dissipated. Father Time prevailed. Injuries mounted. Others, however, left good, productive years on the table because the grind became too much. Whether the raw volume is a symptom of the concussion era is still unclear, but what is clear, most of these players made enough money to quit comfortably. And good for them. Here's our team, featuring players who account for nearly 70 Pro Bowl appearances. Quarterback, Peyton Manning, top 5 dead or alive. From beginning to end, Manning's quarterback career couldn't have been built better in a lab. Running back, Marshawn Lynch beast mode was instant production, leading the league in rushing touchdowns in 2013 and 2014. He probably had one more quality season left, but after 9 years playing the bruising style, it's understandable why Lynch walked away. Wide receiver, Calvin Johnson size 1 is still the most shocking since Megatron was considered a top 5 receiver when he retired in March after 9 seasons in the NFL. He was simply fed up. Wide receiver, JenningsFormer Charger Malcom Floyd held this spot for a while, but Jennings was so darned good in Green Bay from 2008 to 10 that he instantly joined this roster after he announced his retirement earlier this week. Slot receiver, Percy HarvinBased on his immense talent, Harvin's career feels strange and incomplete. He overstayed his welcome in 2 cities and retired at age 28 with 1 Pro Bowl to his name. Tight end, Heath MillerMiller finished his 11-year career with 592 receptions, good enough for second in Steelers history. He also left with a ton of street cred in Steeler gang folklore. Offensive tackle, D'Brickashaw Ferguson, former top 5 pick, never missed a game in 10 seasons and made 3 Pro Bowls. At 32, Ferguson walked away from at least one more serviceable season. Offensive line, Logan MankinsOne of the pillars of Bill Belichick's championship teams in New England. Mankins was an All-Pro and a 7-time Pro Bowler. But it was time. Offensive line, Manny RamirezRamirez played 10 years and was a consistent, if unspectacular, performer. Offensive line, Phil Load Holt started 89 games for the Vikings before suffering a torn Achilles last preseason. The former second-round pick was a solid run blocker. Offensive tackle, Eugene MonroeMonroe never played like the number 8 overall pick, but he was a decent tackle over 7 seasons before retiring last week. Defensive end, Jerod MayoInjuries sits 9th all-time in sacks with 136, plus he rode the horse during his retirement video. One of the league's true characters will be missed. Defensive tackle, B.J. RamirezRamirez could return to the league in 2017, but for now he's semi-retired, and it wasn't that long ago the 30-year-old was shaking his hips in State Farm commercials. Defensive tackle Darnell DockettDockett, who retired as a Cardinal this week, would split time with Jason Hatcher, who also put in 10 years on the defensive line. These two combined for 75 sacks. Defensive end Justin Tuck was a key cog in the Giants' Super Bowl teams and an exemplary leader in NFL locker rooms. He finished his career with 5 sacks in 11 seasons. Linebacker Jon BeasonBeason posted 706 tackles and made 3 Pro Bowls in 10 seasons, and then it was time to go. Linebacker Jerod MayoInjuries cut short what could have been a historic career as an anchor of New England's defense. Mayo got out after 8 seasons. Linebacker A.J. Tarpley after retiring at age 23, Tarpley didn't leave behind much of an NFL legacy. He has 8 career tackles and 1 sack. But we needed another linebacker, so he makes the squad. Cornerback Charles Tillman, who mans one corner for a deep all-retirement secondary, will always be known for the peanut punch, which helped him log a ridiculous 44 forced fumbles over his career. He also had 38 interceptions. Cornerback Rashean MathisMathis was one of the game's quality cover corners for years in Jacksonville, and he stayed healthy for most of his 13 NFL seasons. Safety Charles Woodson was so good and so respected that his looming retirement in 2015 felt almost like a Kobe farewell. He will be wearing a Hall of Fame blazer soon. Safety Hussein Abdullah and fellow retiree Walter Thurman can split time at safety. Abdullah had more production over 7 NFL seasons than Thurman did in 6. Both are solid safeties who walked away early.